Hi, I'm Jim Gauderman. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Population and Public Health Science at the Keck School of Medicine here at USC. So I've been at USC for over 30 years, and over that time I've split my research focus in two main areas. The first is studying the effects of air pollution on children's lung health, and the second is on looking at the joint effects of genes and environmental factors on the risk of cancer and other kind of complex human diseases. I've had a long interest in using statistical tools to try to make sense of data. And so what really sparked my interest in the kind of research that I do here at USC was just the amazing research projects that exist here at the university. Very large data sets, very interesting outcomes, including cancer and asthma and diabetes, and a lot of interest in trying to understand the risk factors for those various kinds of diseases. So our colleagues collect very large data sets with lots of interesting data, and it then falls to us in the Biostatistics division here to try to make sense of that data. And in that process, we sometimes have to develop new methods, and then we apply those methods, and we have a number of situations where when we apply those methods, we come up with really interesting new findings that end up having a public health consequence and a public health relevance. So one example of a real-world impact that I'm very proud of is I worked for many years on a study called the Children's Health Study that had a goal of looking at whether air pollution in Southern California was related to children's lung development. And we collected data on a very large cohort of children. We did a lot of statistical analysis, and we found at the end of the day that we could show that air pollution was related to some important decrements in lung development in children. As part of the work that we published, we got covered by local media, and I ended up testifying at both federal and state levels about the effects of air pollution on human health. And that was part of a lot of studies that were coming out at the time, and it ended up resulting in a lot of new legislation that was aimed at improving air quality. And in the last 20 years, the air quality in the Los Angeles area has improved quite dramatically, hopefully to the benefit of children and others that are breathing the air. The favorite part of what I do is really trying to uncover and unravel the puzzle of how to find the appropriate statistical method to apply to very large and complex data sets with the ultimate goal of coming up with findings that could potentially impact public health, finding new risk factors for disease, finding the best treatment for a particular outcome to improve survival, or examples like that. So I developed one of the core courses that we teach here in biostatistics in how to analyze data, how to take real data and apply statistical tools and make sense of it. I teach to a pretty broad audience of students that have anywhere from very strong math backgrounds to others that have not such a strong math background. And so it's a real challenge, and it's a real pleasure actually to try to bring all of those students up to speed with how to handle a complex data set and how to really apply the right statistical methods and ultimately how to answer real questions about public health.